Do you think that this is a viable option for Arsenal, firstly, to expand the Emirates, given that they increased it, I think, recently by 800 seats? Can they do any more work on the stadium?
Arsenal's Emirates Stadium might look modern from the outside, but the club knows there's room to grow, and not just with bricks and steel. Plans are now being explored to push the current 60,704-seat stadium up to 80,000. And that's not just about size. It's about keeping up with rivals, increasing revenue, and giving fans an even better experience. Highbury had its charm, no doubt. It was one of the most iconic stadiums in the world, but by the early 2000s, it just couldn't keep up with the demands of modern football. The club made the tough decision to leave it behind and build something bigger. That's how Emirates Stadium came to life in 2006, offering more space, better hospitality, and a new identity. But now, nearly 2 decades later, the same conversation is happening again. The club has been in talks with architectural design firms to figure out how an expansion would work. One big idea floating around is raising the capacity to 80,000, which would make it the biggest club stadium in the Premier League, even topping Old Trafford. But there's a catch. The current design of the stadium is elegant and efficient, but that also makes it tough to change. Architect Nick Tyrer mentioned that the stadium's puzzle-like structure fits together so well that expanding it would be like tearing up a perfectly solved Rubik's Cube. The roof, for example, sits on just 8 support cores. That minimalist design makes the stadium feel light and modern, but also makes major structural changes a serious challenge. Still, the club isn't turning away from the idea. In fact, Arsenal's co-chairman Josh Kroenke confirmed that internal conversations are underway. According to him, it's not an easy renovation, but they're seeing the potential. The interest isn't just about bragging rights, it's also about money. Matchday income has already shot up in recent years. In the 2022-23 season alone, Arsenal made over £102 million from home games. That's a jump from £79 million the season before. Thanks to a Champions League quarter-final run, that number is expected to cross £120 million for the last campaign. Compare that with Tottenham, who made £117 million in matchday income, and it's easy to see why Arsenal doesn't want to be left behind, especially considering Spurs also host NFL games and concerts that rake in extra cash. Arsenal's response: make Emirates more than just a football stadium. Part of the new upgrade includes modernizing the entire fan experience. Think upgraded hospitality suites, new lounges for regular fans, expanded dining options, and better seating views across the board. Another challenge lies in the infrastructure outside the stadium. Holloway Road Underground Station, one of the main access points, would need serious upgrades to handle larger matchday crowds. Transport capacity is a big sticking point, and any expansion has to go hand in hand with public improvements. Let's not forget the roof. It was designed to let in sunlight while covering most of the stands. That balance makes it tough to lower the pitch or add more rows without ruining sightlines. When the club added 780 seats back in 2018, that was the last major capacity tweak. Now they're aiming much higher, and it's going to require some clever engineering. Besides adding more seats, the club is also focused on quality of life upgrades. That means better lighting through new LED systems, which improve both visibility and stadium aesthetics during evening games. Fans can also expect new high-definition screens, bigger, sharper, and visible from almost anywhere in the stadium. No more squinting at replays. And for fans who care about comfort, the hospitality areas are getting a complete makeover. Premium seating, VIP boxes, and general fan lounges will be refreshed with better furniture, enhanced views, and updated design. The club is also looking at ways to make match days more inclusive by improving wheelchair access, upgrading accessible seating options, and creating a friendlier layout for all types of fans. Even the exterior of the Emirates is getting some love. New banners, updated signs, and interactive digital displays are part of the plan. The club wants to turn the outside of the stadium into a place that reflects the club's history, its players, and its future. There's even talk of using augmented reality features to showcase big moments in Arsenal history, right as fans walk through the gates. One of the biggest concerns fans usually have is entry time. Long queues at the turnstiles aren't fun, Arsenal's working on that too, modernizing the entry system to make it faster and smoother. More gates, smarter scanning, and better lane management could be on the way. Inside the concourses, upgrades will bring in more lighting, more screens, and better food and drink stands. More seating options in the concourses mean fans can hang out before and after games without feeling rushed. The timing? That's still being worked out. The renovation would likely happen in phases to avoid major disruption. The club has already kept the summer of 2028 open from concerts or special events, which could be the perfect window for heavy construction. Work on things like the roof might happen during international breaks or off-seasons. What about the cost? The expansion is expected to be around $400 million. That's a big number, but the potential revenue boost could make it worth it. Remember, Emirates helped Arsenal clear its debts back in 2010. With the right moves, this could be another smart long-term play. And then there's the financial side again. Arsenal made over £157 million just from converting Highbury into residential units. That kind of smart thinking helped them clear their stadium debt a full decade ago. If this expansion follows a similar playbook, the financial future looks bright. Fans seem mixed so far. Some are excited about better screens, better seating, and more space. Others are worried about ticket prices, disruptions during construction, and losing the tight, cozy atmosphere the Emirates is known for. It's a fair concern. Bigger isn't always better, but smart upgrades can make a real difference. The bottom line is this: Arsenal wants the Emirates to be more than just a place for football. They want it to be a hub, a venue for matches, concerts, conferences, and community events. Something that feels modern, useful, and still true to the club's roots. There's another angle worth thinking about. What happens around the stadium when you increase capacity? With tens of thousands more fans pouring into North London, local businesses could see a boost. Restaurants, pubs, merchandise shops, even public transit. All of it would have to adapt. Some see that as a headache, others as a chance to breathe new life into the neighborhood. There's also the legacy angle. Emirates might not have the century-long history that Highbury did, but in less than 20 years, it's already home to countless memories. With fans coming from all over the world, the idea is to make Emirates more connected, possibly with live polls, instant replays on personal devices, or stadium-wide Wi-Fi that actually works on matchday. These aren't just bells and whistles, they're tools to bring fans closer to the action, especially those who don't sit pitchside. So whether someone's cheering from row Z or watching from the bar, the goal is the same: make every seat the best seat in the house. What do you think? Should the Emirates be expanded to 80,000 seats? Or should the focus stay on atmosphere and tradition? Drop your thoughts below. And if you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Arsenal's journey forward.